Hey everybody, my name is Colin. I love all things horror, and today I just wanted to do an update on how my collection's been coming along. It's crazy. My first video was only a month ago, and my collection has already pretty much doubled in size. I've just really enjoyed going out, finding DVDs, finding good deals. eBay has been a huge part of finding just lots of movies that I like for super cheap. So I thought it'd be fun to just go through and update you guys on some of the new titles I've picked up since my first collection video. Again, even though it's only been a month, there's been so many additions to this collection that I feel like this is kind of a worthwhile update for anybody who might care. So yeah, let me go through and show you what I got. So looking back at my first collection video, it's actually pretty funny because I had said that I had filled this shelf, which I didn't realize how much space I still had on this shelf. Now I have literally filled this shelf. There is not a single additional movie that can be fit on any one of the 4 tiers of this shelf. I've got all my horror stuff on the first 3. I've got Blu-rays and 4Ks, only horror up here now, all DVDs for the next 2. I'm even overflowing a little bit. I don't have room for a few. So I'm in the process of finding something a little bit bigger to accommodate all my movies and obviously stuff that I'm gonna continue to get. Also this video for sure, I'm gonna just try to be quick and go through, show you guys the covers, not really talk about the movies too much because this would definitely be over an hour long if I talked about every single movie here, just with how many I have now. All right, so the first movie here is the Alien 6-film collection, all on Blu-ray. Cabin in the Woods. Cherry Falls, this is super underrated. Just recently picked up Don't Breathe. Not interested in the sequel, but the first one's really good. Got Evil Dead 2. Not gonna take it off the shelf, I just made a video about it, but I've got the full Friday the 13th Blu-ray collection, super cool. Idle Hands, also super underrated. Got the Mist Collector's Edition, includes the black and white cut. The Scream 3-movie original collection, or original trilogy on Blu-ray. Shaun of the Dead, Substance, one of my favorite 90s slashers. I've got Urban Legend, Valentine. Believe it or not, that's it for my horror Blu-rays. I don't really collect a ton of Blu-rays unless I find them super cheap, because most of the time I either prefer the aesthetic of a DVD, or I find a DVD for like $1 or $2, and I don't really see the need for a Blu-ray in a lot of cases. With my players, they upscale DVDs and they honestly look really great. So unless I find it super cheap, Blu-ray is not really my top priority. For me, it's really like if I have like a classic horror movie that I really want to own on high quality, I buy a 4K, or if it's just like a crappy horror movie that I just want to own to have, I pick up a DVD. So Blu-ray is kind of that weird middle format where unless I find a great deal, I don't really see the need for it. But I got a few of them. Moving on to my 4Ks, got the original Black Christmas, Child's Play, Child's Play 2, Bride of Chucky. This is my favorite in the Child's Play franchise. Seed of Chucky, Coraline, one of my few steel books I have. Creep Show, The Exorcist, my only other steelbook, The Fog, the original, Get Out, The Goat. I've got 1978's Halloween. I do own 2 copies of the original Halloween. I have it also with this very cool rigid slipcover from Scream Factory. I have Halloween 2 and I have Halloween 3. I really wanted Halloween 4 with one of those cool slipcovers too, but they don't make them anymore, so I'm just banking on that to come back eventually. I've got Halloween 2018, Poltergeist, Psycho, the first Saw movie. I'm also going to keep it on the shelf, but this right here is the original Scream trilogy in 4K. The Shining, Dr. Sleep, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, John Carpenter's The Thing, and to finish off my 4K collection, I have Zodiac by David Fincher. All right, so now to move into the bulk of my collection, which is DVDs. I counted this morning, I have 107 horror DVDs. I don't remember exactly how many I had in the first video I made, but maybe 40, 50. So definitely been going a little nuts this past month. But again, just from going out to like record shops, antique stores, thrift shops, how many of these you can find for like less than $4 is incredible. And like now I own these movies forever. I'll never have to rent them or look for them on streaming. I've actually grown to love a lot of these movies that I thought I didn't like. I'll go through some examples as we get to them, but like the 2000s was actually such a good time for horror. Maybe underrated or overhated. I mean, I know a lot of these were super popular hits at the time, but like they don't really get talked about too much anymore. And a lot of them are really fun and good. I mean, good with quotes. You gotta have a certain taste for shit like this. I do. So I'm just happy to own a lot of these now. Starting over here with a very underrated vampire movie, 30 Days of Night. Got American Psycho, the Amityville Horror remake, Anaconda, As Above, So Below, Alien vs. Predator, The Babadook. Got the 2006 Black Christmas remake, The Blair Witch Project. Got The Boy, which I actually really liked when I watched it recently. Not bad. Got the original Candyman. This was a recent pickup. I got the 2019 reboot, I guess, of Child's Play. I like that one. Oh, I forgot to mention real quick too. I do also own the full Child's Play or Chucky collection on DVD in this set here. So this has everything that I don't have elsewhere in the collection. Same with Nightmare on Elm Street. I own all the original movies on DVD here in this set. Chained, Cloverfield, The Crazies, Cry Wolf, Cursed. Got this double feature Dawn of the Dead and Land of the Dead collection. Got The Descent, Disturbia, Drag Me to Hell, Evil Dead from 2013, Evil Dead Rise, Feast. Actually had a lot of fun with this. I just watched it recently. Got the OG Final Destination, Final Destination 2, my personal favorite, Final Destination 3, The Final Destination, and of course, Final Destination 5. I'm super excited for the new one. I've been avoiding the trailer that just came out because I like to be surprised, but looks like it's gonna be good. I'll probably do a franchise ranking before the movie comes out. Freddy vs. Jason, one of the few movies that I own. Actually, Freddy vs. Jason might be the only movie that I own 3 copies of. Because I have a Blu-ray in the Friday the 13th collection, I have the DVD itself, and then I also have a disc of it in the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. So, Freddy vs. Jason is the movie I own the most. I'm proud to say that. Gremlins. Is Gremlins a horror movie? I don't know. I keep it in with my horror movies, but I guess there's debate on that. I think it is. I've got The Grudge with Sarah Michelle Gellar. Remake, I suppose, American remake. Grudge 2, Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, absolute guilty pleasure of mine. Got Rob Zombie's Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Got all the David Gordon Green Halloween movies as well, the 2018 Halloween Kills. And of course, the much maligned Halloween Ends, which I like. Got The Happening. Show you this one real quick, it keeps getting in the way too. I've got The Innkeepers by Ty West. Needs a Home. Hatchet, fun, underrated slasher. Oops. I've got the original Hellraiser. And then thank you to Ashley Shaw in my comments on my last haul video. Told me to check out Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. Haven't watched it yet, but I picked it up because I'm gonna give it a shot. High Tension by the same director. The Hills Have Eyes remake from 2006. Just watched this the other night. Held up, really upsetting stuff. Got The Hitcher. I've got Hostel and Hostel Part 2. House of Wax. Got House on Haunted Hill. What's funny too, I also have a Clippy DVD of House on Haunted Hill. If anyone remembers these super old Clippy case DVDs. Reason being, I picked up this one with the nice case at a store. The disc didn't work. So because I just really love House on Haunted Hill, I had to buy another copy. I switched it around because I prefer all the cases to obviously match. And I've got The Invisible Man from 2020, I believe. 2020. On to the next shelf here, just to get these ones that are floating around out of the way. Jeepers Creepers and Krampus. I got The Last House on the Left remake. Got the Leprechaun 8 film collection. 8 film, if there was ever a time to use the word movie. It's talking about the Leprechaun movies. I've got Lisa Frankenstein. This one's a lot of fun. I don't hear too many people talk about it, but check it out if you haven't seen it. Long Legs. This was a fun one in the theaters. Haven't revisited it yet, but I remember liking it. Lost Boys. Mama. My Bloody Valentine, the original. I've got Orphan. P2. One of the crappiest movies I own in my collection. I've got Pulse. If anyone wants this, I mean, I'll pay you. Take it from me, honestly. The Purge. I've got A Quiet Place, 2 movie collections. Got the first 2 movies on it, obviously. Even they use the word movie where Leprechaun used film. So, I mean, that's something. I've got the remake of The Ring. I've got The Ruins. This one's pretty fun. Now we get into my favorite part of my collection, the Saw movies. I've got the original Saw, Saw 2, Saw 3, Saw 4, Saw 5, Saw 6, Saw the Final Chapter, and of course Saw X, Saw 10. A couple of them are full screen versions. I'm probably gonna try to swap out discs if I can find them somewhere out in the wild, but I might end up just buying like a full Blu-ray collection of all the movies too. Don't have Jigsaw, don't have Spiral. Don't really need to. I love that all these original DVDs kind of have a matching aesthetic. They're so nice to look at. I love Saw. Got the first Scary Movie and then Scary Movie 4. I've got Scream 1, 2, and 3 all in this DVD. Normally I don't like getting collections like this, but I already own Scream all separately on 4K, so I'm not going to buy them again. I've got Scream 4 on its own. Notoriously does not have a 4K yet, which, what are we doing? I've got Scream 5 and I've got Scream 6. Got Signs, Sinister. Which I remember when it came out, people saying this was like the scariest movie ever. I gotta revisit this to see if that's held up, because it did scare the crap out of me when I saw it when I was a teenager. Smile, a lot of fun. Looking forward to picking up the sequel. Sorority Row, Split and Glass, a 2-movie collection. Got the original Strangers, Stay Alive. I just watched this for the first time last night. This movie sucks, but I love that there's a movie about a killer video game. Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. I don't know if it's underrated, but definitely a really good Texas Chainsaw movie in my opinion. Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, Thanksgiving, Trick or Treat, Urban Legends Final Cut, the sequel to Urban Legend. I like this movie a lot. Actually pretty good. Got The Village, Warm Bodies, the 2006 remake of When a Stranger Calls, Wishmaster 1 and 2. These movies rock. Got Wolf Creek, The Wicker Man with Nick Cage, The Woman in Black. Got Wrong Turn and Wrong Turn 2 Dead End. This movie's a lot of fun. I've got X, and I've got Pearl. Having trouble finding Maxine on DVD. I hope it exists because I do want to have the whole set. And then last but not least, I have Zombieland. So that is all my horror DVDs and all my horror movies. My collection's really grown, like I said, in the past month. Super excited about it. It's been so much fun finding movies and collecting them and just curating this collection. I really try to buy stuff that I know I'm going to want to watch again, so there's not too many like real horrible movies on here. Sometimes I blind buy stuff and it ends up not being great, like Pulse, for example. Like I said, I'll pay you if you want that movie. But most of the stuff is just really nostalgic, a lot of fun, campy, goofy, or like gory horror movies that I really enjoy. So it's been awesome to watch my collection grow. And if you don't already collect physical media, now is a great time, especially if you have like thrift stores by you, record stores, places where they sell these for super cheap. You can get a collection going in like less than $100 and just have a bunch of movies that you love. No matter what genre, not just horror. I mean, there's all types of movies out there that you can find super cheap now. It's a great time to start collecting. I'll just real quick run through some of my non-horror movies if anyone cares. Got American Beauty. I've got Blade, Blade 2, and Blade Trinity. I've only seen the first one so far, but it was so good that I had to pick up all the rest of them because that's a badass movie. I've got The Crow. Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. Very cool. Die Hard. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Fight Club, gotta have it. Got the Godfather trilogy. Got the Harry Potter 8-film collection. I finessed this off somebody on eBay for like $4. Didn't want to support J.K. Rowling in any way, so to find this for so cheap is cool. I like these movies. Got the Jurassic World 5-movie collection, which includes all the original Jurassic Park movies. Got The Matrix and one of my only other Clippy DVDs. Gonna definitely want to upgrade this at some point. Next, with Nick Cage, I tried to trade this in for store credit at a record store and they didn't want it, so I think I'm stuck with this thing. No Country for Old Men. Got David Fincher's Panic Room. Red Dragon. Red Eye by Wes Craven, cool movie. Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs. Got Seven. Shawshank Redemption. Silver Linings Playbook. Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 from Sam Raimi. On the hunt for the third movie. Got John Carpenter's They Live. This movie rocks. Got The Usual Suspects. All right, on to my comedies. I've got 500 Days of Summer, which I thought I had lost this movie. I found it in my old Xbox 360. Got 21 and 22 Jump Street together. Some American Pie movies. I've got American Pie 1, American Pie 2, and American Wedding. I actually really like these movies. Guilty pleasure of mine. I'd like to pick up American Reunion at some point. They're fun. Got Burn After Reading. Super fun Coen Brothers movie. First Jackass movie. I haven't watched that in a while. Got Juno, Napoleon Dynamite, Office Space, and Scooby-Doo 1 and 2. Last but not least, of course, for comedies, I've got Step Brothers. And then I've got some Tim Burton movies. I've got Corpse Bride, Frankenweenie, and then I've got The Nightmare Before Christmas. Last stack of my collection is just various Blu-rays, 4K of non-horror. I just kind of keep them all at the bottom here. So let's go through real quick. Got The Big Lebowski on 4K. Found this super cheap at a record store. Had to pick it up. The Departed, Fargo, Inception, Perks of Being a Wallflower, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, At World's End, Hitchcock's Rear Window, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Super excited about this. I found the Star Wars original trilogy despecialized editions. I believe it was called Sloppy Second Sales. So this is a total like bootleg, but it's got all the movies on one disc and they look good. And all the crappy special effects that George Lucas threw in there and has only put on home media since like, what is it, early 2000s, gone. It's the original versions. Super excited about that. And then I've got the prequel trilogy on Blu-ray and DVD. From the same seller, I got that Harry Potter collection for $4. I got this for $4. So eBay, really your best friend if you're looking for stuff for cheap sometimes. So yeah, that is the state of my movie collection. I know I just did one of these a month ago, like I said, but again, my collection has completely transformed and like doubled since then. So I thought this would be sort of interesting. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like collecting media, I do videos like this pretty much every week. Probably gonna go out and buy some more today. Any recommendations on what I'm missing from my collection or what I should be picking up or just movies I should check out in general? And what's your favorite in my collection that I have? Comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see on this channel and have a good one.